$1,000, but when you climax,
Oh god.
Oh.
I can't believe we're taking it to this level.
you barf in your mouth.
Yeah, I probably would.
I probably
All right,
would.
ladies, be warned.
Mm.
Brett may puke on you.
He's not getting this offer right now. This is a scenario.
No, this is based on things that will never happen, right?
All right,
Or-
let's
okay.
do it right now.
What? Let's do it right now. When I was getting a physical to play football, I think
I've never been fondled.
the RN, which obviously they check you for a hernia. And before she did, she's like, "Everything okay with your balls?" I was like, which I think she said because it was a 14-year-old kid, but
Well, see, here's the thing. I've always heard stories about that. Why is that so funny? It's the truth. They're
That's
checking for
so-
testicular cancer.
It's so funny.
no, she wasn't doing that. She was checking me for a hernia.
Well, they're checking you for both.
Well, probably.
'Cause
No,
they're looking for
because,
lumps, right?
No, because
They're like all.
you can't. When they check for a hernia, they just
Don't they grab it? Or?
no. Have
See,
you?
I've never
I
had it
told
done.
you. Garfield and Friends from Pickle
Oh.
Fanboys.
Now, which one?
The second one, not the
Yes.
first one.
This one.
Times a hill.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Do-do-do-do-do.
There are two
There's
actual
two-
songs.
there's two of
Oh,
them.
The
well,
second
that's what
one,
he sent me a picture.
Ready,
Ready
Ready?
two,
to
party!
We're ready
to party.
We're
ready. Dun, dun,
I hope you bring lots of spaghetti.
dun, dun.
Come on down to Garfield and Friends. Come on in. It's time to party with Garfield,
Garfield
and
and
Friends. And then I think there's another
I love
verse.
how we all know that one.
I think there's another verse.
There
in it.
is. There's a little bit more to it. I have a list of movie titles that were almost called something else. Star Wars Episode 6 was almost called Revenge of the Jedi. We know this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we're nerds. Alex might not have known that.
I was like, what are you talking about? It's not Revenge of the Jedi.
No,
it's
no, no.
Return. I was like, bitch, you ain't no nerd.
Head cheese.
Head cheese?
Mm-hmm.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Alex?
I have no idea.
Yep.
Yeah!
Why,
Nice!
Why head cheese?
Because I remember there's in the Texas Chainsaw, the remake in 01, they go into that rest stop
Mm-hmm.
and there's a pig's head
Yep.
in the display case, and head cheese is you boil
How
a
did you
pig's
make
head.
that freaking connection, Brett?
That is a photographic memory at
Oh
work.
my god.
What is the McGangbang?
McDonald's McGangbang. Simply order a McDouble and a McChicken. The McChicken sandwich is placed directly inside the juicy McDouble, buns and all. So if a normal McDouble doesn't quite fill you up, take the chance by combining a McChicken McDouble from McDonald's secret menu.
So then do you just order the two different pieces, or do you
You
order
say,
a
I want the surf
McGangbang?
and turf, and they'll give you the two.
And they'll give you the two and you put it together. I'm not into the fish thing, but I think I would do the McGangbang.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun at all. You know what, honey? Let's try a McGangbang.
Are you bringing that to the table, Alex? Are we having
We can
this
set it on the
discussion?
table and do it right here on the podcast. Try a McGangbang on the podcast.
Wow. Wow.
So Die Hard started a
I
trend.
hate Speed 2.
Why?
That's pretty
It's
bad.
horrible.
It's kind of like, it's more of a watch it because it's laughably bad.
Yes.
There are a few parts that I thought Sandra Bullock was pretty funny.
She's a great actress, but she sucks in that movie.
She cuts open the door with the chainsaw and then she's like revving it. Can you guys get out?
If you back up with the saw,
What?
if you back up with the saw, we'll give it a try.
It's so bad.
It is very bad writing. It is
Oh,
very bad.
Bad.
But I always thought of it as more of an action type than a funny movie, and it turns out this, like, as an adult watching it, it's a terrible
It's
film.
horrible.
That was a great
That's great.
quote by
Yeah.
you, John. I just got a Charlie horse in my thigh.
Oh shoot! You okay?
You're gonna fart or
Do
something.
you need something?
Hey, where's your Charlie
Just give
horse?
me time. It's on the bottom of this thigh.
Hey, you can do this. Put your foot out. Put your
I
foot
can't.
out. Do it.
No.
Put your
Oh shoot!
Ah! Put it out. Now flex your foot up, like your toes towards the ceiling. It looks like you're trying to take a shit.
What do you need to
Well, I
do?
don't want it to look like
What do you
that.
want to do?
I'm trying to put my foot over there. Help me. My back's to the camera.
No, you're fine. You're fine. You're okay.
It's
You're okay.
ridiculous.
You're okay.
Let's do some
You're doing some friggin' Christmas trivia.
Welcome to the PTO Unlimited podcast. My name is Josh.
Alex.
This is episode 384.
We're getting there.
Guys, what?
We're getting there.
We're getting where?
Closer to 4.
Getting closer to 400. Yeah, we are. But we got a lot of other announcements about episode numbers and all that coming soon, so it's going to be awesome. We got our annual coming up this month. It is April. It is the month of April. Holy crap. We're already in April. This is the 1st of April. Where'd you go? You look like you just went somewhere right away.
No.
Just thinking about the year. So yeah, it is already the 1st of April, and this month marks our God, how many years have we been doing the show? 2016, yeah. 8 or 9 years. We gotta look back and see.
It's been a
minute.
It's been a minute.
We were established in 2016, I believe. Yeah.
You know, today was one of those days where
9 years.
I was driving and somebody said that
What?
there was something on the radio that said like we're turning 36 years old. And I was like, oh, I'm older than that. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, am I what?
2016.
Oh, it is 2016. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was. Wait, that means 9.
9 years. You did the math real quick on that one. That means 9.
That means 9 this month.
Yeah,
wow.
We'll be
we have a 4th grader, 5th grader.
Yeah.
4th grader?
4th grade was about 10.
Yeah, 4th grader.
3rd.
Maybe 3rd grade.
I
don't know. Anyways, so it was like on the it was on the radio and said like, oh, you know, our channel's turning 36, and I was like, oh, I'm older than that. And then I was like, wait a second, and I forgot how old I was, and I was like, I didn't know if I was 36 or 37.
You know, I forget sometimes too.
It was one of those, you know, I think it was like after a certain age you stop like. It's in between big numbers that you forget how old you are.
Yeah.
Like at 21, I was like, I'm 21. But it was like 21 to 25. Like I knew,
I
knew how old I was.
age.
But it was like after 25, it was like, I'm pretty sure, especially after 26, it was like I'm somewhere between 26 and 30, or 26 and 29. And then now I'm in between, or no, now I'm not even in between that anymore. And then between 31 and 35 or 34, I had no idea. And now I'm like, I'm on the other side of 30, and I'm like, am I 30? Did I just turn 36? Or am I 37?
You scoot in more.
So yeah, I was like, I had just one of those moments where I'm driving and I'm like, oh, I'm old.
How old really
How
am
old
I?
am I?
You know, you think about that from time to time. Hey, on this day, by the way, speaking of old, 49 years ago, Apple Computer Inc. was founded. 1976.
Wow.
In California. Yes. So thinking of how old things are, I mean, if it wasn't for Apple, we wouldn't have, like, you know, Severance. Or a lot of other things. Androids wouldn't be the way they were without competition.
No.
I think he's chewing on something, by the way.
No.
Trying to get comfortable.
He's just trying to get comfy.
Your first Apple experience would have been an Apple II, right?
Whatever was in kindergarten.
Those green and black screens.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where you did like Oregon Trail and like the space thing with the typing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we did that. I did a lot of that in kindergarten, all the way up to like
there
third.
Was
floppy disks. They were actually floppy, not those actual like hard plastic ones that don't even exist anymore. Everyone on the same.
They're like these giant like.
Oh, they were even bigger than that.
They were like they were huge.
The floppy disk was like 4 inches.
I just remember it being a really big thing.
It was just square.
And then eventually it got down to like.
It got down to
3.5
inch floppy.
Yeah.
Was the smaller one.
Yeah.
and then the flash drive.
And
When
then,
I saw
it was a flash drive. I was
you
like,
remember seeing the
like,
flash drive?
I was like, shit's not gonna fit on there.
I was like, what even is that? So like when I saw the flash drive, I remember one of my classmates having it. I was like, oh, look at you, fancy. I'm smart. I have a flash drive. When everyone else has like 3.5-inch floppies in their binders. It was a requirement so you could move documents from class to class or whatever.
Yep. We had ours with our name and our room number on
flash
it.
drive. I wasn't even ahead of the game when that came out. I should have been. Like
No.
as a person that's into like technology that way. Now I've got like hard drives and hundreds of flash drives
I know.
around
I
the
was
house.
like, flash drives
up the wazoo. You all right? It's con season for Alex. Want to iterate that in our weekly update that Alex is busy.
Alex's brain is gone, man.
It wasn't.
It's gone.
You weren't busy until you decided to add on.
Well, it was. I knew I had to upgrade Pyramid Head one more time, and it was how am I going to do it? So I took advice from the judge from ICC, or Indiana Comic Convention,
Which we found out
won best in armor
last year at
the
C2E2.
Crown, and I was like,
believe
"You
it.
fuck! You didn't even tell me that."
Didn't even say anything.
I
And
should
he's
have
just
asked more
giving you
questions.
this. He's giving you this like advice nonchalantly. Whereas last year
He's all
he was
like,
walking
"Oh yeah,
the
congrats
stage.
on like getting into the Crown." Blah 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 blah. And I'm like, "Yeah, it's a big competition." Yeah, I'm like,
You're telling him.
I just felt like a
It's kind of like when you got rated
I was
by.
talking to a champion.
Do you
I
remember when
didn't
you?
even know it.
Do you remember when you got rated by what's her name on Call of Duty?
Oh, Alexandra.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like you're talking.
I was like, "Oh, my name's Alex too, and I do cosplay too, and blah blah blah." And I was like, they brought in like some kind of crazy
she
200,
rated like hundreds of people.
yeah, a couple hundred people on my stream, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, she cosplays too." And I'm like, "Oh really? What do you do?" And then
oh my god,
I was
she's
like,
in
and I
the
was
game
like,
you're
I didn't
playing.
even know who she was at first, and then like they said like, "Oh, you know, she voices blah 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 on Call of Duty," and I'm like, wait, and I've got Quentin over here fact checking and whatnot,
Oh
and
my
then he jumps
God.
in, he goes, "Can't confirm this really is Alex Zedra just rated you boner." And I was like, whoa, hold on a second. And I went to Twitter. I'm like, oh, her. Wow, what, you just rated me? I'm like, I'm over here
Yeah.
like not. What is up with me getting like
You're
Swi-
just
I'm-
talking to people like they're not like.
celebrities? Like
High-
I get
like-
all these like
and that-
celebrity
you can't
people,
even say celebrity. They're
but like well-known people.
well known or higher up in the community kind of people.
Like I've met like a handful of
You
people.
really have.
And some of the people that I've met, like, I don't know enough of their content to appreciate who they are, which I know, like, for them is a good thing.
Yeah, because
Just because then you're like, oh,
talking to
good,
them like a
finally, I
regular
don't need to,
person.
like, I'm not talking to a fangirl
Yeah,
anymore. I can just have, like, a
exactly.
normal conversation with somebody. Like,
yeah.
the other day, when I was helping my mom set up her show, that song from the Animals came on.
You're gonna have to tell me.
The Sun.
Oh, House of the Rising Sun.
Yes, House of the Rising Sun came on. So
Yeah.
obviously a super ridiculously popular song. So I've told the story before, but yeah, I accidentally met and chatted with the singer Robert
I like that. Okay.
Borden.
Yeah. Bourdain.
Borden. I think it was like my dad's gonna be so mad at me for not calling
He's gonna
like
yell
not
at
saying
you
his
in
right name.
chat.
But anyway, so I'm like I knew of the song. That's it.
That's all you
I
needed
knew
to
of the
know.
song, and you know he's way out of my generation.
Mhm.
I knew the song, and I knew how popular it was. That was it. But he did like a show here
Yeah.
that the night prior to I was getting on a plane to go visit Josh, and I was on a plane super early in the morning. Eric Borden, yes, Eric,
Didn't he
not
just
not
pass
Robert,
away?
Eric.
He just passed last year.
No,
didn't he?
no.
2 years ago?
But he is not alive anymore. But it
It was recent. It was during the show.
Well, yeah,
In the past 9 years.
It's been the past 9 years, yes. But like I get my dad sees him because I'm still a minor at this time, so my dad was able to walk me through like security and everything, and my dad's like, "Oh my god, Eric Burden's over there. I was gonna go to a show last night, but instead we were at like your sister's play." And I was like, "Well, go say hi." Like I'm like, I don't know who this guy is. It's some old guy. And he's like, "Oh yeah, you know who it is. He sings House of the Rising Sun." I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." Like, still just, like, not enough for me to be starstruck at all. But then, like, so my dad has a conversation with him. We get a picture, and, of course, my flash doesn't work. So, I mean, the actual, like, picture, God knows where it is. But, like, you can't even really see it because it's so
You can
dark.
tell it was him by his teeth, though.
He
In
did,
in the photo,
Yeah.
because he had such a bright white
He
smile.
did,
He
yeah.
probably had veneers or something.
But so we get on the plane, and he just, like, he's not. I was scheduled to have, like, nobody in the seat next to me. It was a small plane, and we were just going to Chicago or Minneapolis. I think it was Minneapolis, and flying out of Indiana. And he comes in it was either before the plane took off or like after the seatbelt sign came on, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm sitting here with my freaking headset on, listening to my Linkin Park CD and whatnot, and getting all excited about like seeing my boyfriend. And all of a sudden, like, I look over and Eric sits next to me, and he's like, "Do you mind if I sit here?" And I'm like, "I don't care." Like,
Whatever.
you can sit wherever you want.
Do
It's a
whatever
small
you
ass,
want to do.
20-person plane. It's
What am I gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
Walk out?
But he was like, I had my fucking headset on and everything, and I was just like, this whole guy just wants to, and then he just wanted to chat. Like, and he's like, and I just remember him looking at me, and he's like, "You don't know who I am, do you?" And I'm like, "I know that you have a popular song." And my dad is.
He finally got a teenager experience.
Yeah, and it was just kind of like I could tell he was enjoying not having a
fan base,
being like a fangirl or like a oh my god, I don't know what, like, and just having a regular conversation with a person. And
sometimes they crave
we had
that.
like a conversation for like 20-30 minutes on the plane, and he was telling me how he's going to Minneapolis to visit like his daughter and
that's right
and whatnot.
That's
and they
right.
were somebody's sick and in the hospital, and told me that asking me about you and where I'm going. And then it was just like, I just remember him like, kind of touching the armrest, and he's like, "Well, I can tell I'm an old man annoying you or something." It was just kind of weird. And he's like, "I'm gonna get up but thanks for talking," and then like gets up and goes back to his seat. But I was like, all right, I'm gonna listen to my Linkin Park now. Like, it was just, I don't know, this generational gap of, I could have been sitting next to a Beatle and not
right
no
right. I mean, so you've been doing a lot of con prep is what we've been like getting at, and because of the fact that you're now getting to overthinking.
Man, my brain's going a mile, like probably 20 miles.
You can't.
I can't even. Don't. Cosplay brain is ridiculous right now, and it's not going to stop after Crown, because after Crown, I need to start on something else.
And you have a month.
Then I have 2.5 months to build after that.
You have to take almost a full week out of that because of our trip to Ohio. So you won't be able to work on your cosplay then.
I'm gonna have to take like a 2-week break because I'm gonna be so damn exhausted.
Yeah. So you're gonna have another crunch time cosplay happen.
It is. It's gonna be crunch time cosplay for sure.
Yep.
So.
Anyways, I have a story I want to talk about because we're talking about our week. I stayed in South Bend. I told you this last night, a little bit of it. My elevator debacle.
Oh.
I didn't tell all of it.
Yeah.
So, I'm staying at this hotel that's right down the street from my work, and we, when I go there, I have everything on the company's dime except for like, my own meals.
Yeah.
But like if we go out as a company or, I'm at this hotel, that's on the company. So I'm at the I'm at the hotel, and I'm like, okay, well, since we're not having dinner tonight, I'm gonna order my own. And it was the across the street, it was some orange chicken. And I was like, okay, shouldn't be that bad. It was that bad. It wasn't even that good. It was a $20 plate of orange chicken. I even took a photo of it.
It looked like it was like Master Chef style. It was good.
I mean, I would say it did. But it wasn't.
Presentation they say is key, but it's not. Flavor
was non-existent.
You can't you can't make shit.
You can't make shit sparkle.
Taste good.
I don't know. I was very disappointed. So I'm like, well, now I don't have anything to eat for the night. I went through, what did I tell you? I went through a pack of
it was like cookies.
The honey grams.
Or honey grams.
And then I did a thing of Gushers, and then I was about to eat another pack of like a fruit snack or something. I was like, I'm just gonna have to go get something because I can't. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to Burger King. And we had an issue with Burger King last time where I had to cancel my order and they gave me coupons. These coupons apparently don't work everywhere or something. I don't know. I'm still figuring it out with them. I have to actually email Burger King back because they did message me about a refund because I was supposed to get my entire meal basically for free and it was like not. And we're not happy about that. So I was like, okay,
No.
well, that issue happened. But on my way down, I realized I forgot my QR code for getting out of the parking garage. That gives me free parking for staying there. So I'm at the basement level. I go back into the elevator, go all the way up. I hit the wrong floor. I hit the 5 instead of the 4. I stayed on the 4th floor. So as I'm going up, I hit the 4. But it doesn't take me to the 4 first. It takes me to 5. And then it goes up more to the 8th floor to pick somebody up. Instead of going down 1 floor. I am livid. I'm just getting my little QR code paper to scan the thing. I'll get to that. So at the 8th floor, guy comes in. He was surprised to see me because I was like, okay, well, I just wasn't able to get off on my floor. So as we're going down, stops on the 4. I get out. So then I run to my hotel room, grab my QR code. I'm cussing as I'm going down the hallway because it's on the other side of the hotel after so the elevator is basically in the middle of the hotel, and it's either you go right or left. I went left, and it's all the way down at the end.
And honestly, I didn't realize how large this hotel was until you showed me, on when we were FaceTiming. And I was like, oh, this is like
I was staying in a suite.
This is like a big ass. Yeah, you were staying in like an apartment.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
what
like
the hell?
It's like a 9-story hotel. I'm not even kidding. And it's got a bank
big.
attached to it and a Starbucks in it, and there's a few other things, like another business. Anyways, back to what I was saying. I leave the parking garage, go to Burger King. Turns out my meal wasn't free, but they also couldn't make my shake that I ordered because apparently the shake machine is down, which I'm not even going to argue it. Probably wasn't. I've seen a lot of stories on TikTok about how people have gotten away with, not doing it because they don't feel like it. So whatever. It is what it is. I just got 2 chocolate pies instead, which are great. The Hershey's cream pies are awesome, but the problem is they gave me 2. I'm only going to eat 1. My fat ass is not going to eat 2. I'm actually I've lost weight over the past month. I swear. I've just been working out and doing a lot of cardio. Anyways, back to finishing up my story here. So I get back to the hotel. I'm trying to get into the elevator as it's about to close, and the door closes almost on me, and it shuts I don't know. It was very aggressive, and the guy in the elevator didn't even think to stop the thing from closing.
Okay.
He was a kind of a royal douchebag. Got to my floor. As I'm walking to my room, one of the bags from Burger King falls out of my hands and just onto the ground. And I'm just like, this night can end. I'm just not having a good time, straight up. So went back to my room. Whatever. The day was over. The next day, as I'm leaving, I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to check out and I'm going to get my QR code to scan it. I never needed it. I never needed the QR code scanner.
Why?
Every single time I went to the gate, it opened up on its own without it needing to be scanned. So that QR code debacle never needed to happen. I wasted so much time. I just don't seem to have a good time when I'm there. But, yeah. That was my hotel story, and it happens almost every time where I forget something in the car, and I wind up going back down from my hotel room after I check in to go back down and get whatever it is I forget.
The last hotel we stayed in was nice, though, because we could just go walk down the stairs.
I didn't know that until you moved the car.
I know. I was like, oh, this is nice. Because we had our balcony, and I'm like,
had a balcony.
There's parking right here. We had a huge balcony,
that was
too.
Nice.
And we walked out onto the balcony, and I'm like, there's parking right here. And I'm like, we were just 2 floors up, so it was nice. We could just, it was like a little apartment.
Kind of a garbage hotel, though.
It wasn't that bad.
Could have been better. Could have been better.
It was not.
It was
not a murder hotel.
You compare it to the murder hotel every time. That's fine.
That's because you still don't have visions. of what I saw.
I don't even
Babe,
want to.
My heart was pounding so bad. I'm like, we're gonna die.
We're gonna
Like-
die.
like,
There's
I'm
no
not
way this is
joking.
real.
Like the first thing was that the block that looked like it had been like busted, like someone
somebody
broke
was
in
trying to get in.
multiple times. It was screwed back on like in different sections, and I'm like, and it looked like it was just like the door was gonna come off. And then the black mold all over the bathroom, and the hand fist punches in the walls, and I'm like, where did we book?
That is never happening again. All of their stuff
Like,
was AI generated.
The guy at the counter, when I like handed the key back, and I'm like, we're not staying here.
My husband is mad.
I just blamed you. I was like, I don't know what that was like. And he looked surprised at first, but it was like at the same time he was just like,
He understood.
he very much understood. Was like, here, sign this, and just say why you don't want to stay here. I don't remember what I put, but I was like, don't want to be murdered.
Yeah. Very unfriendly hotel. Oh man, we got to get into some playing and watching. We got to get to the movie club movie, and we've got to get to the fan question. There's a lot of announcements that happened over the past week. That's kind of crazy. And then if we get to it, I do have a survey that was taken to get to. But for playing and watching, you and I took a break on Marvel Rivals, but went back. It felt great. It was fun.
Took a minute for me to get
Me too.
back into the
It took like
groove
a full
of it,
match
but
for me to feel like I knew what I was doing. It was rusty. It was very rusty for a minute, but I wasn't expecting victories anytime. But it happened. We were doing pretty well. We had a pretty good time playing it on my stream. On your stream, we did some Gears 5.
yeah, that was fun.
That was really
and Brett
fun.
decided to throw us onto like a
God,
intermediate,
he threw
whatever
us-
hard
he threw us
difficulty. He's
into
like,
hard difficulty
oh yeah, we're
before
gonna
we
be
even
fine.
knew.
I was like, we haven't
Okay.
played this game in like a year or two, and yeah,
So
that was not a good idea.
I'm a little mad. I'm actually a lot of bit mad, and I kind of want to go back to Gears 5 to redo what I just did. What I found out the last 3 or 4 waves, I could have been getting MVP all the time. I have the bleeding ability with my knife.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yeah.
I didn't use it until the last few waves. When we're like on 46, I was like, I meleeed somebody. I'm like, I could have been doing this the whole fucking time. I was so mad. I was like, that's what I used to always do, was just whoo, knife. If there's a flesh, if we're facing a flesh enemy,
Yeah.
that's what happens. Like if it's a robot, I have to shoot him because they don't bleed out.
Exactly.
I could make any flesh enemy bleed out, and I just, I'm so mad at myself. I'm throwing myself.
It's okay. I forgot for like half of it that I can turn invisible and get away.
Exactly. So you and I are both just like, we are so rusty on this, and Brett wanted to throw us into hard mode. It was really fun playing, though.
It was fun though because I got stranger dangered, and then you just hear yourself in the background. I'm down again.
That's when we were playing in the hard mode. Yeah, that
it was such a funny clip.
It was so good. It's an audio clip more than anything.
I
else,
know, but
so.
you're so mad that you're yelling from downstairs, so you hear it on my stream, but you
It
hear it
echoes.
through like the
Yeah.
hallway. I'm down again.
I've been playing a little bit of BioShock 2. I haven't gone back to it. I'm actually probably going to be taking a break on BioShock because I've got a couple of Mario games to get to now. I just got Mario RPG for the Switch for $20. That is an amazing deal. That game was $60 at launch. So Nintendo never drops their Mario games that low.
What's this Mario game?
This is a remaster of the Mario RPG from Super Nintendo. So it's it's considered one of the best Mario games, and I've never played it.
Are you gonna stream it?
I don't think so. It's campaign, and campaign I'm not really good at doing stream. I like doing a lot of multiplayer
When we're
stuff.
doing Luigi's Mansion and shit, people
I
loved
never
watching
finished
that.
I never finished that actually. I think I gave that to my nephew. Luigi's
I
Mansion.
don't remember.
I don't either. Same with, I never even finished the Paper Mario game either. But no, I usually
That would
do
be a fun,
multiplayer games.
easy game for you to do on your Thursday nights.
Easy. Yeah, we'll see. I haven't decided if I want to stream that, but there's another Mario game I have to play too. That's the Mario 3D World, but that's also multiplayer, so we can play that couples night and stuff too. But we're not going to be having that in the next 2 months. You're gonna be way too busy. I get it. It is what it is. What else have been doing as far as gaming? I don't think we're gonna be
I
going
haven't
back.
really been doing a lot of games.
No, you haven't.
I've been streaming. I did a
Yeah.
6-hour cosplay stream.
Yes, you've been doing a lot of cosplay stuff where you set up the table in here and everything and got you a second webcam set up and everything, and the microphone was taken off the boom, so you're able to put it on the table and
Yeah,
people
it
can
ended
hear
up
you.
working out.
It worked out really well.
Well.
And in fact, you were able to do your stream longer because of that, I think, and people were talking to you and conversing.
Yeah, keeping me company.
I've been doing a lot of Beat Saber lately, which is what I've been saying for cardio, and it is a lot of cardio when you put it on a more difficult mode. And that's what I do. I'm only playing a hard mode or expert mode on songs. I don't do anything lower than that. So just so you know, I'm moving a lot. I'm usually taking the VR headset off, sweating, and I have to change. And yeah, it's a lot of work to get back into it. But I've been doing it for about a month now, and I almost every day is what I'll do, like an hour's worth at least, roughly. So I'm trying to mainly feel more like physical for the con, because I felt like absolute garbage that day when we were in Indianapolis because of my back, and I want to make sure that that's like not gonna happen for Chicago. So I got to be on my A game, especially with the shirt you're wearing, which is a branded shirt for Cute Kitties cosplay. It's pretty awesome. I made that. It just came in today for the con for me to wear. Alex wanted to wear it for the podcast, so we're both the same size shirt, so we can both fit into it.
I fill it out a little bit more than you, though. I got boobs.
I got a pretty good man chest going on. But no, that is going to have handler on the back of it. So when we are actually at the con, people are going to know for sure that I'm a handler, because when we were at Indiana Comic Con, they didn't know I was. So I'm going to make sure people understand that's going to be on me.
So size tiny then, Brian says.
Medium, if you really wanted to know.
Size medium.
We're both mediums.
We're just like an adult medium.
Yeah, adult mediums.
It's like a unisex t-shirt.
It is.
I like getting like the fitted like women like.
That's why you have that Linkin Park one that I wanted, and then I have the Linkin Park one that you wanted.
You can wear them, but they look...
It's going to make my hips look really nice. My waist come in. I'll look really swell. But anyways,
Schmedium.
Yeah. But no, been doing a lot of cardio to stay fit for the con. So that's my main thing. But yeah. Been doing a lot of Beat Saber and Tetris in VR as well.
I tried it.
You tried it.
I tried it, and that's all you're gonna get.
Yeah. I'm happy you at least put the VR headset on once. But I'll play more. I have like a trial, like a 3-month trial to Samsung, or no, what is it? Oculus. What is this? What is it that I got? It's like MetaQuest Plus or something like that.
Yeah.
I get it's like Game Pass on VR, so I can play all these games that I can try and just like.
You should do a scary game.
I should look for one. Yeah.
I want you to do a scary game and plug it in so that way I can see what you're watching.
I can stream them to the
kind of
phone.
like how you did that one that was free or whatever when we
I can Bluetooth it to the phone.
When we first got the
the Samsung VR.
The Samsung VR thing.
Those things are garbage.
And then you
those are so bad.
You remember like you turned around?
Yeah.
There was apparently some like lady behind you.
It wasn't even it's not even that bad if I think about it now. Like the graphics are awful. But like it does take a lot of power to play Tetris, I'll tell you that. Like as far as the VR, like if I play for a good 45 minutes or whatever, it uses up all
I think it would be more
battery.
fun if I could take the bricks myself instead of just using the sticks.
Oh,
it would be cool if I could like grab the brick and turn
like
it and put it like
way.
where I want it. That would have been more like immersive.
That's something different.
than just using the stick and watching it in 3D. Like,
yeah, I mean it is in
that's
3D
it.
the whole time, and that's what's immersive about it. And the music is nice. I like the music, and the
Mm.
you weren't able to really enjoy it because you were only doing level 1. You don't even you couldn't even.
I
get,
can do Tetris, but I can't do that. That was weird.
Okay. But no, it's something I'll definitely be playing on my VR headset more. But I'll be playing Super Mario RPG. I don't know whether or not that'll be on stream, but we've also got Mario Party to go back to finally get to.
We
Bowser's
gotta get that
Castle.
last map.
Yeah, your brother wants to before.
I know. He asked the other day, "Why don't we play more Mario Party?" I'm like, "When I'm back from con,
Yeah.
I don't have time."
So for watching, we've been doing a lot of the floor. Still watching it every week, and if we miss it, yeah.
We have that documentary tonight.
What documentary?
The
on Max.
The
Yeah, I
Hollywood
forgot that we
Demons?
watched that. What's the Hollywood Is that what it's
I
called?
think it's called
Let me-
Hollywood Demons.
Let me look it up. Actually, I have it on my phone here.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't believe I almost forgot about that. We started watching this documentary that is out every Tuesday. What's up?
Brian said he ended up ordering Mario RPG.
Yeah, I am so happy I did that. What is this called? Hollywood Demons. You're right. This episode that we watched was about Stephen Collins from
Seventh Heaven.
Seventh Heaven, and this next one looks like it's about child stars gone violent.
Who is it? Is it the Power Ranger one?
This could be a lot more than just that because it looks like they're showing Home Improvement, which was Zachary Ty Bryan, but they're saying some child stars from the 90s family shows, so more than one.
Okay. So yeah. But yeah, it's a documentary, and it's
The Stephen Collins one was the first one, and oh my god, what in
the stuff that they showed and you could hear, and
yeah,
it was kind of bone chilling, really. And
I've already heard the phone. I've already heard the recording.
You had?
Yeah,
I had never heard the recording.
I think I heard it on TikTok.
It made me want to like punch a hole through my TV.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, Stephen Collins, you're a piece of shit. Not even going to say anything about it, but definitely watch the documentary if you feel like you want to
be mad at a celebrity.
I mean, get an insight.
It's called Hollywood Demons for a reason. So yeah.
It
I
really
bet you,
spins that.
I'm sure
Seventh
that
Heaven
Crystal
in.
would like watching that.
Oh, absolutely. Unless she's already started it and she's like, I've been waiting for episode 2. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right.
But yeah. So that's another one. But so I looked into what we have upcoming on streaming to look forward to over the next few months. So because we've got a lot coming out in April.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot coming out in June. Well, right now we can definitely go and start Daredevil.
Yes.
We could get a recap and then start the new season.
Yeah.
I'm very interested in seeing what it's like because, Daredevil was always good.
Mm-hmm.
We always enjoyed Daredevil, and I think we enjoyed the Punisher series too. I mean,
yeah.
I don't think... is there only one season of the Punisher? Because if there's 2, we never watched it. I know we only watched the first season of the Punisher, but anyways, so we gotta watch the Daredevil series. But starting April 8th is your show, Handmaid's Tale. The last season 8.
Can't believe there's been that many seasons.
Yeah,
it's a great show.
That's on Hulu.
Yeah.
So you'll be watching that one, be very exciting. Black Mirror comes out April 10th, and they're gonna have all of their what is it, season 7?
I think it's like 8
season
episodes?
7, and they're gonna have 6, I think. That's a lot though, because we only got 4 for like the last one.
I don't know, but I'm excited for Black Mirror.
Yeah, me too.
And then what else?
The Last of Us season 2 starts April 12th.
Woohoo!
I don't know. Is that weekly? I think that was.
That one I believe was weekly. Yeah. I think it was weekly.
I don't remember, honestly. If it's not, then it's a lot at once, But Black Mirror, there's only 2 days between Black Mirror and The Last of Us.
Okay.
And then in June, we got Squid Game season 3.
Oh, yeah.
Already.
I
didn't know that, and this is supposed to be the final season, right? They're only doing 3 seasons, I think. I don't know.
They just, from what I remember, they confirmed.
Isn't Stranger Things starting this
I don't know
summer.
when they're finishing Stranger Things.
I would hope it is. I should look. It will be? Okay. All right.
The other thing that was announced today,
Oh, there's a lot of movie announcements.
I was talking about a TV show,
I don't know.
Rick and Morty.
We knew that was coming.
Rick and Morty season 8.
Season 8 coming out in May. Starting.
Yay!
That's gonna be weekly too. So I'm really excited about that. But I don't remember 7 as much.
Wow, we turn it on when we go to bed all the time. So
maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should just have it on.
I don't
while we're
know. My
chilling.
favorite season, I think, is 2. It's either 2 or 3.
I like the early seasons too.
Yeah.
I'm very fond of the early ones. But yeah, so that is a lot of the stuff coming out for TV series here soon. So we'll be talking about those here soon. That's exciting. We got to talk about the movie club movies, and this was your choice, and we did a double feature for this one.
We did.
And we've only done that a couple times where we either go and do like trilogy trivia, which I miss having Brett on the show for that because his trivia was always fun to have. But we did Major League 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
And these movies were 5 years apart from 89 and 95. So I did not know that. Like when we saw Major League 2, I was like,
technically 6 years apart. If you're doing
94, sorry, 94.
Oh,
sorry, 89 and 94. I messed that up. So yeah, 5 years makes a big difference on some of the characters, like some of the people. Some people look better in 2.
Yeah.
Like I would say, Tom Berenger looks better in 2 than 1.
Yeah.
And so does Reen Russo. She looks better in 2 than 1. I don't know. Charlie Sheen looks the same in both movies.
Oh my god.
Dennis Haysbert looks better in
what's his name?
2?
Centauro.
Who's that?
The black guy with...
Yeah. That's Dennis Haysbert. That's the
who it is?
actor. Yes. He's the Allstate guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He looks better in 2.
All right, so synopsis of both of these movies, critics and fan ratings, and then we're going to get into budget, box office kind of stuff, and all the good stuff that we get into. So for the first one, Rachel Phelps is the new owner of the Cleveland Indians baseball team. However, she has nefarious plans. She wants to move the team to Miami for the warmer climate and a new stadium. To justify the move, the team must lose and lose badly. So she assembles the worst possible team. Among these are a past his prime catcher with bad knees, a shrewd but past his prime pitcher, a young tearaway pitcher, and a felon with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, but absolutely no control, a third baseman who is too wealthy and precious to dive, a voodoo-loving slugger who can't hit a curveball, and an energetic but naive lead-off hitter and base stealer who can't keep the ball on the ground. Against the odds, and after the inevitable initial failures, they iron out some of their faults and, to Miss Phelps' concertation, start to win.
Mm-hmm.
So, the list of actors: Tom Berenger, Charlie Sheen, Corbin Burnson, Margaret Whitten, Reen Russo, Wesley Snipes, and Dennis Haysbert. Critics give this movie an 83. Fans give it an 84. The budget was $11 million and box office 75.
Woo!
That was
a
success.
Great success.
Man.
Great
Okay.
success.
So we're gonna go to 2, and then we're gonna talk about the movies as a whole, and then everything else. For 2 came out in 94. After winning the division the previous year, the Cleveland Indians returned the following season with a newfound confidence. Their previously ragtag players are now stars. Roger Dorn has gone from player to owner, removing the unhealthy management and influence of Rachel Phelps. New players have been added, and the team roster looks stronger than ever. What could possibly go wrong? Now, everyone returned except for Wesley Snipes. There's a few other people who came in. Omar Epps replaced Wesley Snipes. And then Eric Brook, I'm going to mess this up, Bruce Scotter. He's the catcher.
Mm-hmm.
And David Keith, he was the batter from the Sox. We know him.
I know we know him. I don't know where.
Indian in the cupboard. He's Boone, the cowboy.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. I recognized his face, and I'm like, I don't know where
As soon
he's
as
from.
I clicked on his IMDb, and I was like, oh, it's the cowboy from Indian in the Cupboard. Oh my God, he gets shot. Spoiler alert from a
Yes.
30-year-old movie. But he, like, that was one of the most dramatic scenes for a childhood, is seeing him get all like excited with the gunfire, and then the Indian dude shoots him with an arrow, and
Yeah.
that was like, wow. That movie was like an eye opener for kids, in my opinion. But anyways, so the critics and fans on this one, for 2, critics give it a 5. Fans gave it a 44.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I was not expecting that.
No. Box office and budget. Budget was 25 million. Box office 53. So
okay, so
barely broke even.
Yeah, but it was
It was successful, but it was not as successful as 1. And 1, in my opinion, is better. Now, you and Patrick and whoever else was talking about Major League the other day, you were talking about how 2, you can skip 1. No, I like 1. 2 is fine. I like the love interest in 2 better than 1. Tom Berenger is just not a lead love acting person, in my opinion. He just didn't fit the profile for me. So I just did not like seeing all that in 1. But in 2, Charlie Sheen, fine, whatever. He can have that whole story going on with his romance. But I
think they're interchangeably good. Like there's certain,
you can say that.
There's certain scenes. I think they're tied, to be honest.
I enjoyed Dennis Haysbert more in 1 than 2.
I agree.
Yes.
I do agree with that. But I think there's certain catchy lines in 1 and scenes in 1s that are better than 2. But I also see there's also like scenes in 2 and whatnot that are better than 1.
I can't say whether or not I like Wesley Snipes or Omar Epps more. They're both fine playing that character. Either was fine. They did fine. I think I would have liked it more if Wesley Snipes would have returned. That way you can get into
I think
the
it would have
movie
been better. Yeah.
But since we watched them a couple days apart, and people watched these originally 5 years apart, so it's a little different feeling. I gotta say, like, 1 definitely deserves the critics and fans rating. 2, I don't think it deserves that much.
I do not think it deserves
piled on that harshly.
No.
A freaking what did I say? 5% for critics and 44% for fans. Yeah, I don't agree.
It does not deserve an F rating. I'm sorry.
It deserves maybe a 70 or high 60s, in my opinion, for it. So I'm gonna give the numbers, then we can talk more about them.
Okay.
For 1, I give an 8.25.
Okay.
And for 2, I give a 7.
Okay.
Just because, like, 2 felt so rehashed. I didn't feel a lot of new, even though they brought in new people. I laughed more in 1. Like, I enjoyed 1 more. And here's the deal. You all sold these movies like as if they were slapstick. These aren't at all. There's slapstick.
Like
I was expecting Naked Gun and Airplane slapstick.
No.
You guys were talking these up like they were that way, especially 2. You're like, oh, 2 is more like 2 is funnier and whatever. No.
I mean, there's definitely like some slapstick, but it's more like they're funny.
I will give both movies their A rating for both making you care about every person on screen.
Yeah.
Even the fans. I got annoyed with Randy Quaid's character in 2.
That's the point.
No.
Because he's supposed to be annoyed.
No, not that level of annoyed. To the point where I just really didn't like this movie because of it.
Oh, okay.
He ruined the movie for me, in a sense. Every time he was on screen, I hated it. The fans, their reactions in 1 felt legit. Like fans on the street.
Yeah.
They didn't need to have these fans like that in 2. It was a little over the top, and I got over it really fast.
See that.
I didn't like it. I can compare 1 and 2 to each other because they are they are carbon copies to a sense. Like they've got a lot of the same stars, they've got a lot of the same acting going on. I would say the budget, of course, is for the people who starred in it, not for
I was gonna say I don't think
anything
it
else
has
that
any.
changed.
Yeah,
There wasn't any like high action major scenes.
Mm-mm.
Everything was about the same.
Yeah.
Every set was built fine between 1 and 2. You could like one felt like you would have a 5-second scene and they went to that area for that scene, and it's like you would not see that in today's cinema. Everything is long, drawn out. Every place takes place very long, drawn out. I can't even say that any differently. Like if you watch the Mandalorian, all those like epic backdrops and everything, those scenes are long. But then you watch Major League, and these are like Major League 2, for example. You got what's his name? Tom Berenger showing up at the coach's apartment. It's literally a 60-second scene, and they just filmed that.
Yep, and it matters.
You don't do that today.
I know.
That
it's cool that you point that stuff out.
That is so different, and I like that. I give that its props. People made scenes matter back then. Now that's like, dude, where it just everything has to be panned around and cinematic.
It's all about the scene.
This
like
was
the
a baseball
location.
movie about the players, and both of them felt like baseball movies about the players. It felt legit. It felt good. It felt like a good. These movies were good in their own right for being baseball movies, and I mean, there's actually not a lot of facts about these movies. I could dive into those if you want, but what did you think about the rewatch through these?
Watching it as an adult versus watching it as a kid, obviously I'm liking them more just because I get the jokes and the story and
I mean, what are these movies rated? I don't even know. Probably PG-13.
They've got to be, the first one's got to be R with the amount of language in it.
Oh, the F-bombs?
Oh, there are so many F-bombs in one. It's got to be R for at least the first one. Because there wasn't
PG. It is rated R.
I don't think there was PG-13 yet in 89.
Major League 2 is rated PG.
See, and I can see that because it's definitely more tame than one.
Okay, so that's probably why I enjoyed one more, is because it was more adult.
It is.
2 is like, were they trying to compete with Angels in the Outfield for 2? Because Angels in the Outfield, when did that come out?
About the same time.
94.
Yeah.
Exactly the same.
Yeah.
They were almost competing.
Yeah. I mean, I give them both 8s.
You do.
I do. I like both of them. I do think I might like one a little bit more just because I think like being younger and watching them, I didn't realize which one was 1 and which one was 2 when I was young, like certain scenes. And I think I was fumbling which scenes were in 2 versus which were in 1. And there's certain scenes that I latched on to in a 10-year-old that I thought were funny.
Did you know there's a third Major League?
No. Is it even worth it? Probably not.
It came out in 1998. It stars Dennis Haysbert, Corbin Burnson, who's Roger Dorn.
Mm-hmm.
Walton Goggins is in it. You know who that is, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then Eric Bruce Scotter, and then the Asian guy from 2 is in this one too. It's called Back to the Minors. Let me see what it got on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh God, it's probably horrible.
Back to the Minors. 22% critic, 25% fans. So it's about the same lines for critic and fans as. It got a better rating critically than 2. That's crazy. Is that a typo? I need to make sure that I'm not saying this wrong. There's no way Major League 2 is that low. I have to make sure. No, it's 5%.
Oh man, I don't think it deserves a 5. I think that's wrong. No, that's wrong.
I'm awestruck.
It is definitely not. If it was a 5, I would have shut it off.
How can 3?
You would have shut it off.
How can 3 be better than 2 when it looks like 3 was a direct to DVD?
Boost? I don't know.
I don't know either. but it didn't even star like half the cast from 2 and 1. So
I don't know.
So,
I like them, and I like the fact that these like the first one is literally as old as I am, and I still think it slaps.
it's not bad.
I think it's a classic.
You know, for me, I've never seen these movies, and I don't have anything to like refer them to.
Yeah.
Other than like the only older baseball movie I've seen was Angels in the Outfield, and I mean, I'm sure people would say like Field of Dreams or something, which I don't think I've even seen that movie. But no, like I think that these are good. These are good movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I do give 2 a little bit lower rating because you can watch 1 and enjoy it as an adult, or you can watch 2.
I think you're right though. It's a little bit more family friendly in 2, so I think younger wise, I probably thought 2 was better because it was more family friendly. I don't know, but like I know as an adult, I think I might enjoy 1 like a smidge more.
I figured
like I think it'd be like a 8.5 and an 8.
Yeah, I laughed more with 1 than 2.
There's certain like lines that came back to me after like 30 years of not seeing the movies that I remembered. I was like, oh shit, this scene's coming up. It's hilarious.
You were waiting for this one. Like, oh, here's the hats for bats. Which I like Dennis Haysbert. His character was really fun to watch on 1 and 2. I was
you
kind of
have
like,
no,
come on.
You have no wobbles.
Marbles.
Marbles. Huevos.
Huevos. Turns around. They could have used that joke better, and they could have done it better. They only used it a little bit. They could have done the marbles joke better. They could have used it in the World Series a little more. I don't know. They could have.
What does he say? Like, when a guy's about to lose his life,
oh my gosh! When a guy's about to lose his life, you can't see the light through the valley. Let's go! I was like, what did he just say?
I don't know what he said, but he gets excited. I don't know. That guy's
funny.
It
was like he hurt his balls. Then the next week his mom died.
He's like, but then you know what happened? What? My mom died.
Was it his balls that he hurt? Or
yes, he got kicked in the balls by a mule.
By a mule. And he wasn't even worried about it anymore after his mom died.
I didn't even care about my balls after that.
So he was a good addition for 2. Like I do like the homegrown, like, I'm happy to be in the major leagues kind of guy. Like,
it's like, my dad never thought I'd grow up to be something or something. He's like, and I never figured that out. I never amount to anything.
But okay, so funny. It's kind of ironic how this happens. But Bob Uecker, the announcer for both major leagues, I don't know if he's in the third one or not. I didn't see him credited. He just died this year at the age of 90. He died on January 16th. His birthday was January 26th, 1934. So he just passed. He was already old in those movies. Like, I loved his character. There's a moment, I don't know if you caught it. He would put whiskey on a towel and pat it behind his ears.
I didn't see that. I don't remember that.
Because he got into his character so much. He'd be like, he loves whiskey so much, he'd probably pat it on himself to smell like it.
That's funny.
Yeah. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that he passed away. You know, when you hear about some of the celebrities that pass, you just don't think about it, and then you're like, man, like, he was in these movies, and I didn't even know that I thought he would have. He looked older, so you kind of figured he passed away.
Yeah, he was already older in the movie.
Yeah.
That was 30 years ago.
Yeah. So, I just gotta say, I enjoyed these films. Oh, one fun fact. The first Major League was Neil Flynn's first movie. This is Janitor. Sorry.
Oh.
I thought you knew his name. Neil Flynn is his name. This is his film debut. It was Major League 1.
These guys fucking suck.
I wish he was in 2. I really do wish he was in 2, man.
Yeah, we're talking about he'd be the construction worker, like, and the guy that goes to the bar and
yeah. He was kind of like recast, and he's like a silent type in the second one. But you can kind of tell They had somebody cast that was similar to him, but
Yeah.
yeah,
So, but he's well known as his character, the janitor in Scrubs.
yeah. I seriously thought these were gonna be slapstick, like Naked Gun. Like I thought they were
I
gonna
mean,
be
like spoof movies.
like super duper
Yeah,
out there because
no.
you were comparing them to like Top Secret and I don't know. We brought up like Mel Brooks films and stuff. It's kind of like
I guess I
that's
didn't.
kinda
I
what
don't know. I probably gave you the wrong image.
That's what I went in with the wrong
I mean,
impression.
they're
Still
just
enjoyed
funny,
them though. Still
funny
enjoyed
movies.
them. No, they're drama comedies. They I don't know how else to say it. They're just a you can't really call them family type. They're just sports films.
Yeah.
That's what they are, and they really are that way. So they're good. Yeah. So you have a choice for the next show, and I want to go to the horror element. We have not gone. We haven't done. We only do horror movies in October, and I feel like we should just not just do that and just do it whenever we feel like it. And you have a choice. Both movies have gore in them. There's not much I can do about it. Both of them do. I've read into it. I'm sorry. Both of them, I'll just say them. Either Saw X or X.
You're not really giving me a choice because don't we have to watch?
What?
Wait.
X. X is a. Let me give you the synopsis of X. In 1979, a group of young filmmakers set out to make an adult film in a rural Texas farm, but their reclusive elderly hosts catch them in the act. The crew find themselves fighting for their lives.
I mean, that sounds more fun than
Saw.
Because I know how Saw is gonna end. People are gonna die in weird traps and
it's gonna make you lol. Jenna Ortega is in it.
It's gonna make you lol because you were the one that don't like Jenna Ortega.
I'm just tired of seeing her and everything. That's all.
Brian said X would be my choice. Then you could watch Pearl.
Yeah, Pearl is the prequel, and then
so when did this movie? All right, let's just do X. When this movie come out?
X came out in 2022.
Oh, so it's newer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why do you know about this movie?
It's just been talked about on TikTok a lot.
Oh, I figured it was a TikTok thing.
It's also been talked about, amongst our friends because it's a trilogy. X
so
is
it goes
a trilogy.
X,
so it goes X, and then what was the one?
Pearl,
and then Maxine. Which Maxine just came out.
I'm gonna say I recognize the name Maxine for it. Yeah.
I don't know if. Hold on, let me see. Okay, it kind of does. All right, it does kind of spoil it, but whoever's.
He says it does have Mia Goth, who is amazing in it. Mia Goth is my current acting crush too.
I don't know if I've ever seen her in
Maya.
anything. Have I? Looks like she's in just a lot of horror stuff. I don't know if I've ever. Oh, she's in Everest. We've seen Everest. What is?
Yeah. See, nope. I don't recognize that at all.
No.
Nope.
That's fine. I mean, the less you recognize, the better.
Brian, is X gonna give Alex the heebie-jeebies with gore?
It stars Mia Goth or Maya, Jenna Ortega, Brittany Snow, Kid Cudi, and there's a few other names. Not sure if you would know these people, but yeah. It's kind of like a... You might like on IMDb. It says that you might like It, Talk to Me, Us.
Oh, okay. So the other
Black Phone.
the other movies that I like.
The movies that you like.
Okay.
So you might like this movie more.
Nudity than gore. Woohoo!
You might like Smile. I mean, all the stuff that's related that we've seen in the past. Hereditary. Long Legs. Get Out.
Okay. All right. So it's in my line of movies that I like. All right. Cool.
So we're gonna watch X because you want to stay away from the Saw franchise for.
I just know that I'm probably gonna puke watching it. I just
you
know.
might puke watching the other one.
I might.
But hey, it is what it is. So I kind of just wanted to do more horror, and I think
I'm
that we're
fine
gonna
with
do
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm fine.
All right, so we got to get into a few announcements, and then we're gonna do the fan question because the announcements are gonna be kind of fast because there's like
Yeah,
some stuff from
Because
Nintendo,
Alex's stomach's
and
growling.
Alex is hungry. So first of all, last week there was a Nintendo Direct, and tomorrow is gonna be another one. So I'm really excited. Last week's was really a surprise. Brian and I both had no idea.
Brian,
I
you
messaged
getting
him
up early in the morning for this one? Because it's like
6
6 a.m. for you guys.
Pacific 6 a.m. Can you believe that for the freaking Switch 2? I can't believe it, man. But, you know, it is what it is. So Switch 2 will have its announcements tomorrow, and then we'll be able to talk about that on the show next time. Unfortunately, you know, it's tomorrow and it's not tonight, or this morning.
He said he'll be up already getting ready.
Yeah, I'm sure. It's going to be an hour-long presentation. My meeting is at 9, and I'm hoping it goes really fast because they're going to open with a banger, and I'm going to be sitting there like, tasks.
I'm actually going to have to wake up early.
You're going to watch it? I mean, it's a Switch 2. I mean, it might be exciting. There's going to be a lot of game announcements. Mario Kart 9 for sure. Might be titled something else, but yeah.
There's not going to be a new Mario Party.
No, but maybe Mario...
I just want my Pokemon.
Maybe Mario Party DLC.
I just want Pokemon.
I
want my original Pokemon.
Okay, so last Nintendo Direct that just happened, there were like a few announcements. There's only 4 that were big to me, and I'm gonna like kind of list them here. One of them was Gradius Origins. Now we've played Gradius 2 or 3 on the Wii, which was on the shop channel. We bought it. It was like a side-scrolling shoot 'em up jet game. Which is really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So they're bringing that to the Switch. A whole bunch of other bundled together, a whole bunch of Gradius games together, which might be something I'll check out when it's on sale.
Something like I remember playing.
When it's on sale, I might check it out and just have fun with it. It seems like a game I'll play, just an arcade type. Metroid Prime 4 Beyond got an official freaking like gameplay trailer. It looks great. People are comparing it to Halo. Fine.
It does.
It can be.
It does.
It can be Nintendo's Halo.
It looks Halo-ish.
That's fine. That's fine. It was gonna go that route eventually. Samus in 3D has to face aliens. What do you expect? Yeah, Halo. They have. She has psychic abilities in this one that give her a chance to move things around with her mind and all that stuff. So
Samus is a really cool dude, right?
Samus is a great dude.
Yeah. Especially like doesn't he turn into like this guy called Zero Suit Samus?
Yeah, he looks even better.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so trolling. We know it's a female. They announced 2 big things for the Switch.
Spoiler, right?
What? No, that's from the 80s. Come on. Which is ironic because our last episode opened up with Metroid having an anniversary. So that's kind of crazy. Anyways, they announced 2 major things for the Switch. Virtual game cards, where you can lend out games.
I think that'll be fun.
I'm trying to figure out how that works. Problem is, with most Nintendo titles, I buy them physically. Like just today, I bought the Mario RPG game for $20, and I was like, I bought that physically. I don't normally buy Nintendo games digitally because I don't know what it is. It's like kind of like what Patrick does with his gaming. He does a lot of physical. I don't know. Brett's gone digital.
I keep yawning my brain.
Hydrate.
I'm also cold.
Hydrate. So I don't know how that lending system works. Once it starts happening, they're probably get more detail on that. They also announced a new app that's called Nintendo Today, and it's going to have a lot of the just announcements, game announcements, system announcements, everything is going to be on this app every day. They're going to update it or whatever. Every week they're going to have new announcements on there, which was pretty cool. So Nintendo Direct, they had a lot of other games, but all of them were for mainly the Switch. This next Nintendo Direct, all Switch 2. So I'm very excited. CinemaCon is happening this week, and there's been some huge announcements, and I'm going to list them here. What's up?
Ryan said, I like how they made the app so
I haven't been on it yet.
So they can avoid all the social media drama.
Oh, like people are saying negative things about things in a sense? Like
No, like
Just wondering what
like
kind
its
of
own, like, app.
drama. What kind of drama would they have from Nintendo? Nintendo's like the least amount of drama
well,
filled.
he probably means like if it's an app for Nintendo, like just another app that you can comment and stuff on.
Okay. I get it.
No, I mean so they don't have to. Sorry, my heart's in the way. Advertise on platforms so that they view are more not family friendly. Here, I can't read.
What's wrong with you? I mean, so they don't have to advertise platforms and they're not friendly. Okay. Can't read comments, Alex?
No,
Social media manager over here? Got to watch our comments. You moderate our channel.
I do.
So CinemaCon is going on this week. Big announcements. I'm going to list these here. John Wick got 3 big announcements. They're bringing out a prequel anime, which will probably have Keanu Reeves as the voice. He can't do young John Wick moves anymore. He's getting older. I mean, the first John Wick came out in what, 2014? Right? 2013? It's been out for over a decade, and he's getting older. He just can't move.
My eyes aren't getting any older.
What? Yeah, you can't. You're gonna have to up your text like your dad does. Like his phone is all like big letters. You know, it's wild. But they also announced John Wick 5. Keanu Reeves is attached to it as producer and starring, so he's gonna be in it. And I don't know what way. We're not sure because 4 ends on a cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
They also announced a spin-off movie called Kane. Do you remember Kane?
Is he the blind guy?
Yeah. He's getting his own movie.
That actually wouldn't be too bad because I kind of I thought he'd be a cool dude.
So the ballerina movie is happening this summer. That's the John Wick spin-off. They should have done this movie first. Because I am very interested in this Kane movie.
I know. I like that dude.
Yeah,
he's pretty cool because
very
it's almost
good.
kind of like a Daredevil kind of thing.
Yeah. Spider-Man. A lot of announcements here. First of all, Tom Holland's live action Brand New Day is what it's going to be subtitled. Coming out next year in July. Cool. Very excited about that one. Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse.
Woohoo!
June 2027. Boo!
Wow.
2 years.
All right.
That's a lot of animation, I guess. It better be brilliant. Nicolas Cage is attached to Spider Noir live action series. That could be really good. Spider Noir, it's going to be like in the 30s kind of. That could be good. Now You See Me got a sequel announcement. Remember Now You See Me?
That sounds
Morgan Freeman and oh my gosh, Isla Fisher.
Is that the
Jesse Eisenberg? Magician stuff.
Yeah, magician stuff.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Yeah. Did we watch
1 and 2?
We watched 1 and 2?
Yeah. 3rd one just got announced. Yep. Now You See Me 3 or Now You See Me, Now You Don't. And Now You See Me 4 is in the works.
Spoiler for why would they do that?
Well, there is no danger in these movies, really. Like death, danger, really. I say that, and now this 3rd one, there's gonna be like a lot of death. But no, these Now You See Me movies are great. I loved 1. I loved 2. I mean, it's been a long time since they've sequeled them. It's like the Kingsman movies. We've only seen the first one, and there's
good. No, we've seen both. The one that we are 1 and 2. I think there's 3 now. In there.
I have not seen 2. You might have seen it without me then.
I swear
I've only seen 1, and there's like 3 of them.
I don't know. They're a good movie.
Yeah. So those are the announcements from CinemaCon right now. I'm sure there's gonna be more, but we're just gonna have to get to those later on. So we have to get to the fan question, and then we got to get out of here for we got to eat.
Food.
It's dinner time for me and Alex. Food. Let me pull up the fan question here. We can talk about it. It is April Fool's Day, and a lot of pranks are happening. Some people are getting pranked. Some people are doing the pranking. But What was the most memorable prank someone pulled on you? We talked about this before, where we talked about what's a prank that you pulled on somebody.
Mhm.
Now let's do the reverse. What's something that you remember that has happened to you? I got completely blindsided in college. This was a prank that got pulled on by me. I was in, I think it was like a literature class of some kind, where I was doing a speech of some kind. I had to go up in front of the class and do like a short presentation about something. My classmate Lenny put his feet up on my chair because he needed to rest. He is a very tired person. In college especially, he always seemed tired. He always had something going on in the evening. Found out after when he did that that my chair's seat was loose. So he wiggled it. It was completely just floating on the frame. So it was sitting on the chair's frame.
Okay.
So the chair's metal frame and the plastic part was supposed to be attached to it.
Yeah.
Just the seat part. So he went, and he moved it as I'm up there. So I should have seen this.
Yeah.
But I didn't, because of course you're in the zone. And he put it on the other side, and he scooted my chair in. So he pulled this prank on me where the chair has no seat. So as I'm sitting back down, I'm distracted, of course, by somebody talking to me or whatever. And I should have looked at my chair the whole time. And I went down, like to the ground, man. Like I went through the chair frame. I was a little upset at the time, but it was a funny moment. And only a handful of people, like maybe like 4 people, saw it happen. So it wasn't like in front of the whole like group of class or whatever. This class only had like maybe 10, 15 people in it tops. So, and I was in the back right corner. So only like 5 people saw it. So, but it was a pretty funny prank pulled on me. I gotta admit, it was.
I can picture that.
Well. Yeah, it was pretty.
I
funny.
can picture them doing it too. Sounds like something they would have done.
Like my college friends, all of them were. See, I was 21 when they were 18, so it was a 3-year gap. And at that time,
it was like us hanging out with like Brett and Rick.
What?
It was like us hanging out with like Brett and Rick.
No, they were more immature than us.
Oh, I think I'm age different.
Yeah, it's kind of like it would be in comparison, like that. Yeah. But like, it was very much so kind of almost like a generation gap.
A little bit.
Like they were into a little bit different music and a little bit different video games than we were, but still, that was my college friends. Do you have one?
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is.
It's okay, you can tell it.
Yeah. I don't. It's been so long that it's hard to recall the entire thing, but back when I was, I want to say I was probably 17 when it happened, 16 or 17.
Okay.
It happened down the street. My friends pulled a bad prank on me.
They did.
It was bad. I was babysitting. Gosh, she would have been really young, maybe 2. Maybe a year and a half, 2 years old. But I was babysitting someone down the road, and it was in the summertime, and my guy friends that I hung out with knew apparently I was babysitting that night, and decided, let's go fuck around with Alex. And I don't remember 110% what happened.
The whole story.
Basically, long story short, is I think somebody called and said our friend Eddie was missing.
Yes.
Our friend Eddie was missing.
That's right.
And I was like, this was like before I think I had a cell phone. So they were calling, like they had like the number to the house I was staying at. And they were calling and saying, Alex, do you know where Eddie is? And I was like, no, I'm babysitting and whatnot. And they, I don't know, they just they kept calling and telling me like they were super concerned. And then they like yelled or something saying like, we just saw him like get hurt or whatnot. And someone took him, or some kind of really like dramatic thing to make me like flip out. And did you guys call the cops and whatnot? And I went and looked outside, and there was like this big bloody like handprint on the front of the house, like on the window.
I remember you telling me about that.
And like I was on the phone with them.
Actually, it was our friend Shane who was missing, not Eddie.
No, we flipped it
Oh.
to scare somebody else.
Oh.
That Shane was gone.
Oh.
Yeah, because we pulled the same prank on like somebody else.
Gotcha.
Like later on that night.
But
yeah, it was somebody had like they faked like a bloody hand or something with ketchup or some kind of thing, and they put it on like it sounded like somebody was outside, and I like it hit the house, so I went outside. I was like, and I was on the phone. I was like, oh my god, there's a bloody handprint on the on the window, and I was like flipping out and whatnot, and I think I was like about to like call the cops or something, and then our like Eddie came out from like behind the bushes and was laughing at me and whatnot.
You were so gullible.
I don't know, the way
like,
that
you
they
didn't
were
need
like
to involve yourself.
The
in
way
that.
they were talking made it sound really real, like he had gotten into trouble or gotten stabbed or something. It was some kind of like ridiculously that wasn't cool.
Hey, that's not
like
cool.
that wasn't cool prank, and he like ran to get me or wanted in or something. I don't know, but yeah, it was something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I remember the bloody handprint.
That's the one part that I remember the most, is that my friend Eddie was missing, and then they said he got stabbed or someone was trying to take him, and then they were screaming in the background and said he took off running.
Dang, that's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. Got a comment on Discord from Arrow. He said, at my last job, the girl I used to talk to thought it was funny to prank me with a fake mouse. I put my head down for a few seconds. She sees me walking. She calls me over. She's acting terrified. She tells me to look on the ground, and I did. She throws the mouse, and I jump up in the air with my head almost hitting the ceiling. Arrow's a pretty tall dude. He's like 6 foot. What?
Arrow's tall.
Yeah. He's tall. He's 6 something.
He's a big dude.
Yeah. So him hitting the ceiling, that's logical. Especially where he worked at. Like the ceilings would have been probably vaulted down a little bit. And she laughed so hard as if I was giving her an ab workout. Yeah, that is legit. When you have those reactions and and like jump scares make people laugh. Like it just does. So yeah. Appreciate the comment on Discord. Continue on.
I've got a couple on Instagram. We've got Jersey Comic Crew Podcast.
Shout out to them.
They said probably the good old chair removal.
The chair removal,
So
yes, I've had that.
It's classic.
Not like I've done that actually. I had a classmate in front of me who was like talking, and I like moved the chair back a good foot. He went down like a sack of potatoes, man. We were what, 14 at the time, so it was fine. He was resilient. He didn't get hurt.
This one is from 41 and Done Podcast.
Shout out to them.
They said, when I was a kid, my brother taped my eyes shut when I was taking a nap. I woke up and I thought I was blind.
No way. No way that. No way. No.
That's funny. That's a fun prank.
Taping eyes shut? That's scary, man.
Well, as a kid, yeah.
I mean, my brother... this isn't necessarily a prank. He liked being inside of the futon at times when I'd put it down into the couch, and that's not really a prank, but one time I just didn't let him out for a few seconds after he asked me. I thought it was funny. That's scary. That's claustrophobia.
I don't really remember, like, I never really played a lot of pranks on people because I knew that if I did... Actually...
What's up?
My brother has yet to get me back, but this last Halloween, what I did with him...
Was that when we put the thingy in the hallway in front of his door? You did it twice.
I did it twice. He got so pissed off. So we have this, like, 7-foot skeleton.
It's about 7
feet. We have, like, this 7-foot skeleton guy, and he's got, like, he's like a Grim Reaper skeleton.
Yeah.
And... he's got like he's huge. He's like
he's a big Grim Reaper
thing,
dude.
but it's like underneath like the hood and the black gown and stuff. It's only just like it's just poles put together and whatnot. It's actually only like the skeleton part is only like some arms and the head. The rest
It's
is
really
just
cheaply
built. It's really
made.
cheap built underneath and whatnot. It just looks like a phone stand underneath it, but it's like 7 feet tall, and it's got a black hood over and whatnot. So like I knew my brother gets up to go to work between like 3 and 4 in the morning, and the way our house is set up is you have to go downstairs, and when you to get out to the garage you have to turn a corner into the dark room of we call it the fireplace room, there's no lights are ever on because it's just a quick turn and a tiny little walkway and you get to the garage. And it's I decided the night before when we put the skeleton together the night before the Halloween party this year, and I was like, my brother's gonna hate me, but I can't resist. So I put and he scares you quite a bit when you forget that he's up and he's like put up in the house, because at the corner of your eye you're like, holy shit, there's a 7-foot guy with a hood on, and he's big and whatnot, so it scares you, right? So I put it in like the walkway in the room, like right, so that way when you turn the corner he's like staring at you from afar.
Didn't you say he almost punched it?
Yeah. He's scared in the morning. He came up and I think it was like in the morning I fell asleep on the couch and he comes up and he's like, you're funny. And I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, you're funny. He's like, you don't know when it's gonna happen, but I'm gonna get you. And I'm like, oh yeah. So later that day, I think that was because Saturday would have been the party, so that was Friday to Saturday. Well, Saturday I decided to be an even meaner sister. And our hallway was dark. And I took him from the fireplace room and I put him in front of right in front of my brother's door.
That was so mean.
And I said, Jake, come here.
Oh, that's right.
He got so pissed because it did scare him again, because he was like, what? And opened the door and the big 7-foot skeleton guy.
This skeleton, I mean,
he grabbed a hold of him by the neck and threw him down the flight of stairs. I was like, I promise, I swear I won't do it again. And my brother got like up in my face and was like giving me the death stare. Yes, he had to get me back, but we're not gonna remind him.
He's not gonna remember.
But like, what I meant to say prior to telling that story was, I typically don't pull pranks on people because when I do, they come back on me tenfold, and I don't like getting pranked.
Well, what
so
other
we're just
one
gonna
has happened
forget
to you?
that happened, and that Jake doesn't need to remember that I did that.
You and I can't really pull pranks on each other because we would both get mad.
Well, you know I'm a very jumpy person.
And I am a very temperamental
I went
person.
30 some years without doing that kind of shit to my brother, and I was like, you know what? I'm allowed one time. I was like, I probably will never do it again. I felt bad, but at the same time, I was.
Did you though? Did you really feel bad?
Oh, I laughed my ass off.
You didn't feel bad at all.
No, I did, because I don't like doing that to people. I think it's mean.
Jump scares.
Well, I mean, Jake like wakes up in the middle of the night to go to work, and all the lights are off and whatnot, and it's all quiet in the house. The last thing you want to see is coming down the stairs, and your heart jumps thinking someone's in the house and it's gonna get you. I mean, you're not wrong. Yeah, I would.
I do worry about that all the time. So when I'm playing my VR, I can't play it without you home most of the time because, I mean, I don't know what's around me while that headset is in front of my face.
I did put like the video on Facebook though, and I would because I did like Snapchats of it, and I was like, my brother's gonna kill me, and I was like, so I'm making this video.
That's funny. We got to get out of here.
I did pull that prank on your niece.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, damn, I've been a prankster this year. I'm going to have last year. I'm going to have
You need some karma.
I'm going to have so much karma.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I did the poop on the hand thing.
But it was chocolate and potato flakes.
Oh, no, it was chocolate. Yeah, potato flakes. We put pieces of corn in it because it was around Thanksgiving. So we had all this stuff and we just mixed it together and make it all chunky. And Haley's
Nine, 10?
9 or 10.
She's 10
And
now.
and I was in the bathroom,
Oh
and
my
I
God.
was like, we did the thing where I had it on my finger, like I pooped, and I ran out of toilet paper.
I can't
So we're like,
believe you did
Haley,
this on her.
Alex needs toilet paper. Would you mind going and handing her a roll? And like she stuck her hand in, and I wiped it on her hand. And apparently, like we got video of it, but I deleted it because
Yeah,
it was mean because she cried. I felt so bad. She thought it was hilarious, by the way, afterwards.
Because we showed other kids having it done to them.
Yeah,
And she's like, "Oh, that's funny."
and we wanted to
and
do
then,
it.
And then her sister, our niece Callie, was like, "Do it to me. Do it to me."
I was like, well, then it won't be a prank.
I want to
But
be
yeah,
pranked.
she got really really
But-
scared because she like apparently really quickly wiped it on her clothes and like
Yeah.
went into like the back room and cried and whatnot. And I found her and I gave her a hug. I'm like, I'm sorry, it was just
a
peanut
prank.
butter. and then I showed her like all the videos, and she thought it was hilarious. But I was like, I'm sorry, don't hate me.
Do you think our nephew would have been better?
What, Caden?
James.
I don't know. We definitely said Ellie wouldn't have cared.
No.
And Callie, I don't know if she would have reacted. So I think that's why we chose Haley, because I was like, Haley would
react.
I mean, she did, but she also like reacted in secret.
She reacted in private. Yeah. Like the video is just her walking away.
And we needed it. And we also needed it to be a girl, because it'd be kind of weird to like have Caden or James like come in and hand me toilet paper.
Boys had it done to them.
I know, but like it would have been just.
And their
Now, if
aunt
you
or-
would have been into the bathroom and I said it was like, Caden, go hand Josh some toilet paper.
He's already too old.
Oh,
to
whatever.
prank.
You know what? If we would have done it the opposite, had you in there and it had gone Caden's hand, can you imagine?
I can imagine.
He
yeah.
would- He actually would have
He'd
been
be
like,
"Ugh,
Uncle Josh?
is exactly the reaction.
I can hear him, yeah.
That's my nephew.
Mom?
Mom, Alex.
He would have grabbed me.
He would have grabbed you.
I think we should have done it to Caden.
He wasn't there the whole week.
Wait, I wonder if Caden knows that we did that.
He doesn't.
I mean, we can do it the next time.
We can.
Hopefully he's not listening.
Who knows? He probably is.
I'm gonna have you do it. You do it.
Oh,
Or get his
man.
girlfriend to do it on him.
Oh, yeah, she could do it. Yeah, that's true. All right, well, we gotta wrap up.
Pranksters, April Fools.
Alex has got a second wind of energy here. She's like, let's keep talking about
Don't
pranks.
tell me that.
Don't talk about energy. Yeah,
Don't talk about energy.
I
need to eat.
She and I have not been sleeping well the past couple of
No.
nights. I think last night was better because
It was better, but I
Yeah.
did not want to wake up this morning.
Yeah. Let's get to our plugs. So, if you is this what I push? Is this what I push? Yeah.
You don't push cosplay.
Yeah. What?
If you like to watch me stream, it's twitch.tv/cute_kitty, KUTE_KITTI. I stream on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. This last weekend was I streamed, but
Yeah.
you're gonna just be watching me craft
Are
my
you
craft.
gonna be doing crafting streams next week? This next week?
There's a good possibility because there's a lot that needs done still, and this is the last weekend to do
Uh-huh.
it.
You're gonna need my
Um,
help on some stuff. It looks like.
Digitally, yes.
Yep. That's okay.
Digitally.
I'm here for you.
Digitally.
All babe.
Yes, I'll bet. But yeah.
I'm excited to go to C2E2. The next episode will be all about our con experience. So
Yeah, by the
it's
time we get
definitely
back.
worth it. Definitely worth all the work. I hope that you're at least you at least get the recognition. We already ordered another set of business cards, and we got the shirt for me to wear. So at least we've got that ready for the con. So all of your streams will probably consist of crafting of your art and all that stuff. As far as my stream goes, it's twitch.tv/Mr. L. That's MISTERL. You'll find me on there every Thursday evening and Saturday morning. This week I'm on schedule, so Thursday and Saturday I'm good. Thursday of next week probably, and then that's gonna be me going to con next week. So yeah, woohoo! I'm very excited to see how big of a crowd we're gonna have.
I'm not.
Double it.
I
Double it.
It was already doubled at the last con. I'm not.
It really was.
Paparazzi's gonna be like tearing my dress apart.
As far as this video goes and this podcast, make sure you hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we're live, which is every other Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And please follow us on our socials, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter/X. Follow us, PTO Unlimited or PTO Unlimited _podcast is our podcast social medias. If you want to follow me on Twitter, it is at _Mr. L.
Cute _kitty.
Is Alex's. The final note. Good luck at con, Alex. I mean, this will be the last episode before con.
My is there a Zoom?
Yeah.
We'll do like my face before con.
Okay. What's after?
When we're back.
No, when we're back, she says. No, it's okay. Looking forward to seeing what all the cosplay and everything and people that are going to be checking you out and taking our business cards, taking your photos. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a very, very interesting week. That goes without saying. So we're going to get out of here, guys. Appreciate y'all joining. You guys have a good rest of your week or next 2 weeks, and we'll catch you guys in the next episode talking about the con, guys. Bye.
Bye.